Welcome back, drafters, and for those of you who are following the draft, this week we're going to be looking at week 6 matches, and we're going to start off with Jeremy All Fire Up versus Richard Flames 98765. So for leads, the thing with Jeremy's team is you gotta lead. You gotta kind of lead offensive. You don't really want to let Jeremy in the driver's seat. And if you can do that in the lead, then I think that's the best choice. I mean, he could go Crobat. He can U-turn out, break the Ash on Galvantula. Maybe go into Crocodile. I don't know. I think Crobat's the only lead that he can really do that's gonna be okay. Maybe Electros. Yeah, you can get the slow volt switch off, go into Crobat, and then kill the Galvantula. Yeah, Electros. I like that one. The only thing is the Garchomp lead on the Electros. Really, really bad for Richard. As for Jeremy, I'm pretty sure he's just gonna lead the Galvantula. I think he's done that every game. I'm not 100% on that, but I'm pretty sure it's more than half of his games. But yeah, let's jump into it. Let's go to Altaria. Now I guess it's leading offensive, which is fine, and Altaria Mega using the Mega and then going into Dragon Fairy, no flying type, he'll resist the electric. Should be nice. So if he's set up here, I think this is good, but there's still Arcanine on the board unless he has like Earthquake. Yeah, if he had Return and Earthquake, that's game. Unless he gets a para here or something like that. No para. They just returns. I think it just Dragon Dance now. Roost. Dragon Dance. Return. Okay. I mean that's not bad. He made sure Webs didn't get up, which is fine. Not that his team like. I mean, Webs against his team. Slow. Not that slow, but the speed's not a huge deal on the Finny in my opinion. And it's not affecting Crobat. Oh. And it's not affecting Electros either, so. I don't know, I would have set up there for sure. Because like I don't know what he does against. Unless he has like Prankster T-Wave or something like that. Toxic on somebody. Because EQ is going to hit that. EQ. Return. And unless this was Z Fairy, I don't think Mimikyu would kill it. All right, this was a fantastic set by Richard. Having Haze on this Crobat, really good against Jeremy's team. Jeremy's team is so offensive. If you can have a Pokemon that's fast like this, has Haze, and it's bulky, this is a super incredible bring versus Jeremy. So I wonder what Jeremy's gonna do here, because I don't think Jeremy's versed anybody that's done this to him. So I'm interested to see how he plays around that. That didn't do that much. He easily lives that. Now if he had Toxic, that would be really good here. Yeah. Yeah, so this is an excellent set. That's why Crobat is such a good draft. Plus Infiltrator is so nice. Breaks the Mimikyu Disguise, gets the Toxic on it, traps it with Pursuit. Mimikyu HQ will probably stand, so he's probably gonna knock off. Oh. Weird. Hearing the play rough, I guess. Must have not been scarfed either. Kind of didn't like the chip on Finny there. I think keeping Finny at full health was really important there. The reason I say that is because when Garchomp decides to come in, you need something that's going to be able to take a couple hits. But I guess Electros can also do that. I don't think as well as Finny though. Pursuit! Yeah! Fuck. Oh, that O code. Okay. Jayme has never been in this position out of every single one of his games. This, to me, like, Richard should win this. He should. But it's a problem that Crocodile's out on Garchomp. He's got Outrage. Oh. If Misty Terrain wasn't up, this would have been perfect. What a really, really unfortunate event. He's gonna scale shot here. Gets a speed tie. Fuck. Yeah, so I don't know. There's chip on this Crobat too. If this Crobat goes down, I don't know what he's got that's gonna be able to take this out. Or survive. Yeah. Fuck. Okay, so he's lowering the dragon damage, which is great. This was really technical play by Richard there. So the Electros should be able to live a scale shot here. Holy fuck, that does so much. That couldn't have been defensive Electros. That couldn't have been. There's no shot that was defensive Electros. No chance. Garchomp. We'll do the assault vest since +2. Scale. And missed. Why is it not lowering the damage on scale? Oh. Levitating. Really smart play by Richard, but it really sucks that it doesn't affect the Electros because he's levitating. That's the thing about terrains that even I sometimes forget, is that the terrain doesn't affect anybody that is not on the ground, not grounded. Survive this. Yeah, that's a GG. Fuck, man, Richard was this close. That's the farthest anybody's brought Jayme so far. So it's really unfortunate because I feel like Richard's a really great player. I know he is. And he's brought some really great sets. He's built in a lot of cases perfectly diverse the team that he's playing against, but it's like he can't squeeze out these wins for whatever reason. The game doesn't like him, or I don't know. a couple decisions, obviously, in the game are to do with that, but yeah, really unfortunate, but a very, very good game. The Crobat set was awesome. I think this was the one where Richard said his set was Return, Roost, Air Blast. I can't remember. It was a different set. Now I think if he just ran Return, Roost, Dragon Dance, and Earthquake, that literally kills his entire team. I don't think Mimikyu could kill it. Let's check that. I don't know what his EVs are on his Altaria, but okay. Play Rough does kill it. Was that Life Orb Mimikyu though? No, it was Z. So it doesn't kill. I don't think. Oh, it didn't kill. I was looking at Altaria here. Yeah, no, it didn't kill. So if you Dragon Dance on the Galvantula's turn, if you got 2 Dragon Dances, you would be able to break the Mimikyu set. He probably had Extreme Speed on our K9. Might not have been game. It would have been pretty interesting if he had just a Return Earthquake set. To see how Jayme dealt with them. The Extreme Speed maybe on the RK9 after Mimikyu chipped it with Shadow Sneak or something. For the next game we have Christian's first match, who replaced Norman. Thank you so much, Christian. We all appreciate it. I appreciate it very, very much. Thank you again. Versing Jayme, Ginger Gaming 17. So for Christian here, Perez by God, I really like the Victini lead here, but if Lycanroc gets led, I don't know who you go into for Lycanroc. Hitmonlee, but Hitmonlee doesn't have very good defenses. I like the Victini lead though. I'm gonna say go with the Victini lead. Tornadus is totally fine as well, just because it's gonna outspeed everything except Lopunny, and it could U-turn out or attack depending on who it is. Yeah, as for Jayme here, I mean Lopunny's a totally safe lead. It outspeeds his entire team. You can scout out what he's leading with, how he wants to play. Yeah, it also he leads a Zoomerl, then he just belly drums in your face. Actually, no, because Return should do half. Anyways, let's jump into this match. So leads Venusaur. So what's really weird about Christian leading Venusaur is I'm pretty sure Norman's led Venusaur a couple times as well. I don't know what the thing here with leading Venusaur is, but in my opinion, Venusaur is like that Pokemon that comes in through the mid of the match, is pretty annoying, hard to take down, you Leech Seed, you Toxic a bunch of stuff. Yeah. I don't know what he has Fortress. He has Florges. They both deal with you decently. I mean, Florges obviously getting hit by Sludge Bomb, but like it still has Psyshock. I don't know. He's gonna get spikes up here, or maybe just Volt Switch out. We'll see. Sets up the Leech Seed. So that's fine. He is being annoying with the Venusaur. Uses Hidden Power. Don't know what Hidden Power it was. It was neutral, so gets up rocks. Growth? It's so weird. Him and Norman are running Venusaur almost the same. Just very offensive, but the thing is like Venusaur is really, really hard to take down. Yeah, I don't mind him offensive, but just like on a team like this, he could be your cornerstone of defense here. Coming in, absorbing attacks, healing up, getting Leech Seed off, that chip damage. Kind of what your team wants, especially that Hoopa. Pain Split Fortress, that's neat. I like that. explosion while it did nothing. See what I mean? Venusaur's hard as fuck to take down. Ice punch, triple axle. U-turn, synthesis. Or leech seed, that was fine too. I think I would have preferred synthesis. Yeah, I mean, it's good thing you survived that. That couldn't have been spaxed. Maybe it is. I'm not sure. I mean, he's getting a lot of damage off on this Kyurem, which is really great. But I think synthesis would have been a little bit better in there because you could have, yeah, you could have been 3-hit KO'd by the ice beam. So basically, you synthesis up, almost full health. You leech seed, he ice beams, then you get enough back to take another. I guess you kind of get put in the same position anyway. I don't know. I guess what he could do here is he could see if this is freeze dry or not, and maybe go into Azumarill. Although I think Azumarill is really nice because he can Aqua Jet on the Lycanroc and he can Aqua Jet on the Lopunny here. So I don't know if I would waste it. You could probably just go into Victini. Earth Power though. Oh, Kyurem's so hard to deal with. Ice Beam. He gets. See, him and Norman do the same thing. They just throw away the Venusaur. But Venusaur is super annoying and super hard to get rid of. Crazy though. They just throw it away. But I guess he didn't really have a choice. Okay, so his Victini just took damage for no reason and got frozen. If this was Scarfed, you definitely survive an Ice Beam with Tornadus and you just Hurricane. Or if you wanted to scout out the Choice Scarf, you U-turn. But yeah, you definitely survive an Ice Beam. But you gotta calc that, right? Lycanroc comes in. Wow. Yeah, it's not Life Orb Lycanroc. It must be like Z or something like that. Only. Easy teleport here, or future sight and then teleport. Yeah. Back into Kyurem. Yeah, I really think you just Hurricane here. This should take out the Kyurem too. I don't. Why? See, he's using Hitmonlee as a defensive option here, but that could have been Slowbro and Victini if he didn't put chip on it from that weird Tornado switch and throw away Venusaur. Now he's got a beast Hitmonlee here. Another future sight teleport. Or he just scalds, yeah. A fake out. Ooh. I don't know if that crit mattered, but maybe it did. Yeah, I mean, he was clearly attacking there. I'm kind of curious now if that crit mattered. I don't know where his EV's. Oh yeah, that. 64. Might have mattered. I guess he only has 2 Pokemon. See, the thing with Hoopa, when you're playing Hoopa Unbound, I feel like in draft, it needs to be Scarfed, or you need Teleport, or like Norman was recommending, Assault Vest, because it has good special defense. I think it's 80 HP as well. Because it's not super fast, it's 284, so it's base 100. Right? Base 80, sorry. Base 80 is the 284. Because it's not that fast. I mean, it's decent. The 80 is a good mark to hit. But, I mean, U-turn. It's ×4. It's got bad defense. And Signal Beam is on a lot of Pokemon, so... and it's just very easy to splash on a move sets. Yeah, it's for sure gonna KO. I think he dies rocks here. Not quite. So good game by Jayme here. A really tough welcome for a Christian here. The biggest thing that I could say is, I mean, maybe try and do some calcs, and that might help you keep some of your guys alive. And if you're gonna bring Hoopa, I feel like you need slow Volt Turn cores to utilize Hoopa the best you can in draft, in my opinion. It's kind of like Kyurem. Getting the teleport with the Kyurem, allowing the Kyurem to come in for free, makes Kyurem that much more threatening. Again, Kyurem is very similar, obviously way bulkier, and doesn't have a ×4 weakness, but it's not that fast, but hits really hard, and it needs that. Kyurem doesn't really need it, but like, it's so much crazier with it. It makes it so scary. It comes in for free. Let's say it's a Choice Specs Kyurem. I mean, everything is taking 50% to Ice Beam, at least. If not, almost O-Code. If not O-Code. And if you're not O-Code, you're 2-hit Kyurem. Right? So, yeah. Slow Volt Turn cores, I think, is very important for the Hoopa. Match 3, we have PKS Blaze, which is Jace, and Siraj Dam, which is Siraj. So Siraj has been kind of on a little bit of a losing streak here, which is unfortunate considering his team, I think, is actually really good. I think a lot of people really downplay how good Galarian Moltres is and how hard it is to actually deal with it and manage it. It's a pretty threatening Pokemon. So for leads here, it's just Tapu Koko. I mean, the only thing that's stopping you is Swampert, and nobody leads. Well, I don't want to say nobody, but like leading your Swampert generally people don't do in Rain, and Jace is very notorious for liking in leading that Zapdos. So, not to mention if he went Tapu Koko and Zapdos was out and he baited into the Swampert, then he could Grass Knot, right? It's not like a Swampert that's on the ladder where it's going to have 252 special defense. It might, but I wouldn't say it's like super likely, and you could potentially KO it, so we'll see what he does. So yeah, Tapu Koko is a really big problem for this team. I mean, he's got Gunk Shot on Toxicroak, but still Volt Switch and Thunderbolt, or Thunder considering the rain. Yeah. And for Jace, I mean, Zapdos, I mean, he likes leading Zapdos. I feel like that's a totally fine lead. It's the safest one because he's got Grimmsnarl, he's got Incineroar. Doesn't really want to send Kartana out first. Doesn't really want to send Clefable. I mean, he could send Clefable out. Clefable's not bad. It just take a lot of damage from Koko if Koko got let, so. So leads Cart. I guess he was just expecting the Grimmsnarl lead, which is a really good prediction by him. Yeah, I really think the Tapu Koko lead was very, very scary for Jace here. I mean, if this was Tapu Koko in front of Kartana, I mean, I don't think Scarf Kartana KOs it with anything. Let's say offensive pivot. Yeah, even Leaf Blade, 77 to 91. And he can Volt Switch, right? And then he can Volt Switch into Incineroar, lower its attack, and be able to, yeah. This is what I mean. Siraj has a really good team. He just doesn't, he just hasn't utilized it to its full potential. Yeah, so he's trying to deal with these screens, making sure that Siraj doesn't get them up for free. Incineroar comes in, backs out the Kartana, rains up now. Don't really have a good switch for this Pelipper. This Pelipper was a Specs Pelipper. It goes crazy right now. He could probably switch in Ampharos, but I mean, it would have been better if the Ampharos was in Mega. Now, very, very bad for Siraj. Losing Incineroar when Kartana's still alive, I think, is just, yeah, bad. No good. This is opening for Kartana to just 5-0. Well, not 5-0, but like, I mean, it basically opens up Kartana to be able to just click buttons. To some extent. Not what Reflex up though. So Moltres comes out. So this is the thing. Moltres is so bulky. He has a Reflect up right now. Weakness Policy Berserk is borderline busted. He's going for that 5-stack again. Yeah, so that's the other thing too. Incineroar going down, he can't switch into Clefable, really. I mean, he's gonna have weak to Fairy, takes a shit ton of damage, weak to Fairy, gonna take a decent amount of damage as well. Like, Clefable just clicks Moonblast, stays in as long as it can right now. Bro, so bulky. So really interesting. If this was the set that I was talking about, the Seismic Toss, Rest Sleep Talk Cotton Guard set, the way that I did it in this type of circumstance, where there's a fairy, is I didn't mega my Mega Ampharos, and I maxed it in special defense and HP, and then I just Cotton Guarded up, and then I just Seismic Tossed everything. Now, I don't know. I don't think you'd be able to. Yeah, because Seismic Toss got 32 PP. You'd be able to do a lot of chip damage to his team, if not just outright kill his team. This is the thing with not bringing ghost types. It's too bad. Too bad. I really is so happy about that set. I feel like it's actually a really good set. If people aren't bringing or using or drafting ghost types. I mean, Seismic Toss is just, it's good for chip, right? Yeah, so like I said, Clefable just stays in really the entire time, just clicks Moonblast until it dies, or until he feels he needs to switch if he's trying to preserve. Yeah, so right there is fine. Perfect timing by Jace. The switch from ends, but it's still faster, and it's got the defense lower, so must have not been Scarf Kartana if he didn't stay in. You see, this is what I'm saying. I don't know if that's HP and special defense, but like, The Moonblast from Clefable did 27%. That's it. If that was weakness policy, he just got weakness policy. He's gonna get Berserk on the next ones. Like, wild, man. Such a crazy Pokemon. Man, he really wants these big buffs. So toxic. He comes prepared. I think that's probably the best way to deal with the Moltres. That way you don't proc its weakness policy. He doesn't have it on this Moltres, but overall I think that's the best way to deal with the Moltres. That or like phasing, hazing, and that. Manual Rain Dance. I don't know if he Oko's in the ring. Ice Punch. He's going for hacks now. That might have done a lot of damage. Rain. Liquidation. Yeah, so having Tapu Koko last year, like, look how much damage that did. 44. I feel like if he just led Koko and was a little bit more offensive, I feel like he would have done really, really well against Jace. But another great win by Jace. I mean, he's all over this Rain team. He totally understands how to use it and how to make it perform well in draft. And he's built the perfect team around it, really. Covers a lot of gaps here. Great win by Jace. Him and Jayme both retained their undefeated record. So, match 4 we have Trainer Willie, which is Blade, and Electric Ratman, which is Matt. So he leads the Rocknet. So, similar to when I was talking about Hasin, gotta mix up your leads. Do I think a Rockwood's a bad lead? No. I think a Rockwood's a good lead, but I do think that you gotta mix up your leads. Now, if he has Toxic here, I mean, he just Toxics, but like, you know, let's say he had somebody like Slowbro. Gonna get smacked by fucking yeah, no, we can say Slowbro. You have Slowbro out. He leads Slowbro because he knows he leads Rockwanid. He Iron Defense body presses up to max, and he just Iron Defense body presses everything. Iron Defense body press rest sleep talk. He does it the whole time because he knows that Matt's gonna lead a Rockwanid, so he can set up instantly. He obviously didn't bring any ghost types, so he's gonna be able to just body press everything. That, or he could, you know, nasty plot, right? You understand what I mean though by mixing up the here. Anyways, he leads a Rockwanid, gets the sticky webs off, which is good. It affects everybody on Blade's team, so this is good for him. That means his Mega Diancie is gonna outspeed everything. This is good because the Inteleon outspeeds it. It's also gonna help the Manaphy as well. Blade going for his patented Toxic Spikes. At least it's good against this team. So another thing too, Blade's been leading Toxapex and using Toxic Spikes a lot. Maybe it would have been a good idea to lead Diancie and Mega Diancie right away, so that you could maybe bounce some of these back. But I think getting the webs up is good. Blade's gonna get probably double spikes up here, and it's probably really gonna affect Matt's team because Matt doesn't have a defogger on here right now, and 5 out of 6 of his mons are hit by Toxic, and Piloswine really doesn't want to be Toxic. Manaphy definitely does not want to be Toxic, considering it wants the sweeps. See how Matt sends out Politoed, assuming he's got Psychic. Yep, Psychic. I'm surprised. This ate that really well considering this is Life Orb Polytoad, and Polytoad's got pretty good special attack, and he has got terrible special defense. A little bit surprised about that. Brings in Magneton for the trap. I do feel like in this position, Poly could have went Manaphy, and with the rain being up, it would have been Thunder. I guess Magneton, and probably just Volt go though. T-Wave. Yeah. I don't know why he needs T-Wave if he's got webs though, right? I would have preferred the Toxic over the T-Waves. Especially considering Sandaconda. You know, we know Sandaconda is definitely going to be coming to deal with these this Magneton, right? Because Magneton's going to be coming for Duraludon, so... Blade also gets rocks up, gets in the Orbeetle here. I think his Orbeetle was screens last time I seen it. Yep. Ugh. Ugh. It's so bulky. I think Matt attacking here with Piloswine is completely fine. I mean, he doesn't really need Piloswine in this match. I mean, you could say it's for Slowbro, but Slowbro has the fucking Shell Sidearm that's gonna hit a special defense anyways. And I think Matt likes 252 attack and HP on his Piloswines. Anaconda comes back in to deal with Magneton. Politoed comes out finally to deal with Sandaconda, but light screens are up, and that's gonna hurt. Holy fuck. That still killed? Holy shit. That did so much damage. Sandaconda is bulky and he's behind a Reflect. Fucking Rain, Water Bubble, Liquidation. Looking scary. Oxpex obviously. Oh. Okay. We're just gonna Thunderbolt. That's fine. Oh. What? What? Because he was expecting the Piloswine? What? Whatever, he got rid of it. The cost of some HP on the Duraludon though. That's probably the last he's going to be able to use Duraludon. Piloswine. Oh. Flinch too. Oh my. So an interesting thing to note is something to take note of when you guys are playing, if you guys are new. Blade has switched out Duraludon every time on this Magneton, okay? So that is saying to me two things. He either doesn't have a fighting move, or he's choice locked, or it's both. But we can probably assume he's choice locked because he probably would use that fighting move if he was not choice locked. So we could probably say that this Duraludon's choice locked, and if that's the case, he's stuck into Dark Pulse. The first thing I would have done is switch into Manaphy there. So Piloswine goes down. Instantly gone to Manaphy here. Why? This thing's locked into Dark Pulse. Now it for sure can Dark Pulse a Manaphy. But at this point in the game, you got to go for broke. It's got rocks and toxic spikes up. It's going to be a big issue, especially for that Inteleon that's just been sitting there, and same with that Slowbro. You send in Manaphy, you Tail Glow, you blast as much as you can. It should be able to do a really big chunk of damage. I don't think Dark Pulse would do a whole ton to Manaphy since base 100 stats across the board. That would have been the play that I would make. Since we have seen this Duraludon switch out every time on the Magneton, I would immediately just switch into the Manaphy instead of the Magneton. Or, this happens, the Duraludon goes out, Orbeetle comes in. What I would have done is when you sent in Magneton, again, since you know that he's switched out every single time, 3 times, you have Magneton in, you double switch into the Manaphy. Then Manaphy is in front of this Orbeetle here, and you just Tail Glow. Orbeetle only has 1 attack move here. You could Tail Glow twice, asleep, right? Those are the plays that I think that these players that are new to draft, if you can recognize those plays are gonna really accelerate your level of skill and play. The Blade not having Sandaconda anymore, this opens up the Magneton to get a lot more chip on the team for Matt. It was really good that he did get rid of the Sandaconda. I was quite surprised that Blade actually just, like, in my opinion, wasted the Sandaconda there. You could have easily just went into Toxapex or something, right? Diamond Storm. Oh. Yeah, I don't think he's got much for this Toxapex, so. And that Diamond Storm did quite a bit. Toxic Spikes, Toxic Recover. That is disgusting, Blade. I'm disappointed in that set right there. Toxic Spikes, Toxic Recover, Baneful Bunker. You greasy little guy. I can't believe that. Damn. I would have been really choked. Not knocking the set. Like, I mean, obviously the set's like four moves that don't attack, but just a very stally set. That's okay. Going for those wins. That's what. So Slowbro comes in on the Magneton, which is weird. I mean, he's behind light screen, so it's not a huge deal. Yeah, he gets parried. Flamethrower. Ooh, that Magneton with the flamethrower there. Kind of crazy. Yeah, see, now look how much chip this Manaphy's taken. Even if he gets 1 Tail Glow up, he's only going to be able to attack once. Nice. Oh my. Man, you're gonna make me cry. Why did you just surf? You're at 2.5 times. You just surf. Even if he switches in Toxapex and Inteleon, I mean, it's fine. I mean, you're gonna get, you probably kill Inteleon, and you would get, I don't know, probably like 30% on Toxapex maybe, depending what the build on Toxapex is. You 100% just surf there. If you surf there, I think your HP. Yeah, so you have 61%. Diancie can come in one more time, and Magneton will come in one more time. You could have won, barring that this Thunder hits the talk specs when it needs to. If the Manaphy doesn't just KO the rest of his team. I don't think it would get rid of talk specs. I think it would be like a 3-hit KO, depending if you have Psychic or Thunderbolt or something like that. But yeah, in that scenario, you just surf. You're 2.5 times. It don't matter if he wants to switch in Inteleon or talk specs. I mean, yeah. It's stab. You needed to get rid of what was in front of you to win the game, basically. Or to put yourself in the position to win the game. Oh, 4%. And then Thunder. Oh, it's still faster? What? Remember this? He just keeps subbing. So close. So close. It's too bad that wasn't like a Scarf Magneton. The Blade picking up another win. I think I've said it many times now, but Blade has really improved. I think he drafted a team that works well for him. He's using it well. I'm really impressed with his games, honestly. So, and the fact that he's hanging into this playoff run, really well done by him. And as for Matt, I think he's getting better. I think you are getting better. I think the experience is going up, and as you gain these little things that I'm mentioning in your battles, as you pick up those things and they become more normal, I think you're gonna do really well. Cause like, your team is really good. I don't think your team really needs to make any trades anymore. You just need to make the right decisions in the game. For 90% of the game, right? So a good game by both you guys. So for game 5 we have Laid Back, which is Phil, and Are You Sure It's 6 Million, which is Hasin. So a little bit weird. I mean, Shuckle, yeah, rocks, okay. I don't think webs are that great against. I mean, sure, it would deal with Comphase or Aora, Ninetales, and Indeedee, but I think rocks are just good here. No reason for him not to lead Shuckle. I mean, the only thing that could be scary is Hasin leading Charizard and having substitute, but for leads, who Hasin would be? Is there a Aura? Or who? Phil, I mean, you could totally just lead Shuckle instead of rocks. Gliscor, lead instead of rocks. I mean, Gliscor does fucking good against this team, in my opinion. Leads Indeedee, Shuckle. Shuckle. Oh, DD used Trick. Really good to deal with that Shuckle. Now the Shuckle's fucking locked into one move every time it comes out, so it's basically coming in to absorb an attack and set up rocks again if it needs to. Oh. A little weird considering he just used Shadow Ball, but what just happened there? Indeedee was in on Metagross with Shadow Ball. And then DD switched out, which is fine. But then Comfey comes in on Metagross with either Bullet Punch or Meteor Mash. What? Hasin, if you can recall, I'm just curious what the thought process on this play was. I don't think it's bad or anything. I'm just curious what the thought process on it was. Just because, like, you know, if he, yeah, got Bullet Punch or me, stuff comes back in. Oh, maybe he's trying to defog. But why on the Metagross? Anyways, he gets the defog. Shuckle's probably gonna just set up rocks. Oh, Shuckle sets up webs, which, if you recall, I just mentioned I don't think webs are really that important in this match. I mean, sure, Volcanion, it's gonna help Volcanion outspeed, but I really think rocks is just way better because this Charizard hasn't come in yet, and it's gonna force us in to always need to get Comfey in before Charizard gets in. And this is one of the things that I mentioned in a lot of these analysis and a lot of these reviews, match watches, is you don't want to invite these Pokemon in that are going to be able to, you know, sweep your team or do a shit ton of damage in. So right now, in my opinion, Phil's like opened the door for Charizard, and now find a way to get Charizard in, maybe for free. Dragon Dance up and start wall breaking the team, and then he can finish off with Indeedee and Lucha or Zure or whoever's left. Yep, so Charizard comes in on the locked in sticky webs that I just mentioned about. Let's see what he does. Yep, gets the Dragon Dance off. Phil has no fairy types, so he can click out right here. Charizard. Score. $63 to $75. Your Flare Blitz +1. It was 85 to 100. But that's not a max deep. Probably was max. So. What is that? Yeah, because we're the same. So it gets in Comfey again. I guess I'll just defog these webs away so they're not a nuisance for his 3 mons that aren't grounded. Wow, that Facade did a lot of damage. You know, that's an interesting tech that was brought up in the chat that I really actually like. Just running on Facade on these Pokemon that, like on Gliscor, who generally wouldn't run Facade, but I think it does so much damage. I think it's pretty good. I think it's a neat tech. Oh, what? I guess he's sacking? Yeah, I was gonna say I wouldn't sack it though. You kind of need it since Shuckle's still alive. Nice read. That is a Bulky Metagross. Imagine if that was agility weakness policy. That would have been wild. That was a set that was used a lot in the draft that I just performed in. So Metagross gets away with the Indeedee. So the bad thing about this is now Hasin is on a timer and he's got to send in the Hawlucha ASAP. Rocky helmet? Oh man, Buzzwole's so thick, holy shit. I don't know why you wouldn't have just clicked acrobatics anyways. Like, I don't know why click close combat there. Then you would have been able to kill one more thing. Probably the Shuckle. Which would have been really good because rocks wouldn't be going up then. Dragon Dance, 100%. Yeah. So Phil's got a really good counter for this Charizard. If this is a defensive Gliscor, I think this is a great bring for this Charizard here. We'll see how much this fucking... Oh, wow, he just doubles up right in his face. Yeah, no, he's definitely gonna be able to cover Flare Blitz now. Yeah. That's gonna do a lot. Oh, yeah. He just set it at Shuckle for sure. Yeah. I'm curious though. What was the other move, Hasin? The reason that I am curious because if it was Outrage, you might have been able to just sweep right there. Fuck, this is a close match. Phil able to manage and get away with getting rid of that Charizard. Really great. I don't know what that last move on that Charizard is, but the Gliscor being able to deal with the Charizard was really helpful for him. And now he just has Sceptile, which walls the Aura because of Lightning Rod. And this Sceptile, if it has Earthquake, I mean, it outspeeds both these guys and it just EQs. And we got Steam Eruption Earth Power right here. Must have not had Earth Power. Or he's a choice locked, and that's why he went Sludge Bomb. That could be why. Oh, but it's not in like Lightning Rod yet. Ooh, is this Zeraora Trace locked? Oh. Sceptile is ready to clean up. Oh, but it doesn't matter, because webs are up. Oh shit. I don't know who won this one. Oh my! Phil had it in the bag. All he had to have was Earthquake on Sceptile, which he does. Why would you use... What? All he had to do was click Earthquake right here. Why click Giga Drain? I can't believe it. What a crazy end. Holy shit. That's definitely my favorite game this week so far. Wow. Great game by both you guys. Great game, honestly. Fuck. I was so sure Phil just had it in the bag. I mean, all he had to do was click Earthquake. With Ninetales, Zure Aura, and Comfey at 10%. I think it was 10%. Oh, you just click Earthquake on everything. And he was up, yeah. Alright. So for our 6. Oh. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 6. Keep thinking the Pokemon calculator is a game. So for our 6th match, we have John, RK Bro, versus Lucas, LP Styles. So I'm hoping John can do some damage with this team that I help him make some trades on. Again, John, if you haven't watched these videos, please reach out to me if you want some help in team building. I'm totally open to helping. I would love to see you, do some damage in the draft here. But at the same time, if you're having fun and you're enjoying your team, that's totally cool too. I'd be very happy if you're still enjoying the draft. So for these, for the lead, I definitely just would lead Rotom Wash, because Rotom Wash is going to be able to I mean, just Volt Switch out on the Mew, see what it's doing. I mean, you got Lightning Rod on the Manectric, so that's the only scary thing. But you have Sylveon, so not the biggest deal if he gets the Lightning Rod off. Or you can just Hydro Pump too. But the Volt Switch will deter the Greninja, the Hydro Pump will deter the Nidoking, and the Hydro Pump will also deter the Moltres. So as for Lucas, I think just leading Mineshaw be fine. You can U-turn out. You can U-turn on the Necrozma, proc its weakness policy, and then deal with it with Greninja or Nidoking or whatever you brought for it. I think Mineshaw is the best lead here. So he's Mineshaw, which is great. That's why I like the Mineshaw lead, because he could deal with Lucario. I'm surprised he fake out there, considering he should know that Lucario does have inner focus, which is immune to flinches, and I probably just would have close combat anyways since you're faster. Now you're gonna take a lot of damage. Yeah, so if you close combat there, you probably would have got rid of Lucario and you wouldn't have had to switch out. But you have Moltres, so he just switches on this and he gets a burn. Yeah, that's the thing. When you have Moltres and you got something like Lucario, and especially if he doesn't have a rock move, I mean, it's just such an easy switch to bring in Moltres. Yeah. Volt Switch. Wow, that did a lot of damage. Greninja probably has Ice Beam. Yeah. Yep. Routine. Gunk Shot. Yep. Fuck. Oh, there goes two of his Mons. You turn out. Yep. See, now, if this was weakness policy and Autotomize, this would be a crazy game right now, because weakness policy, Autotomize, Photon Geyser, and we'll say something for coverage. I don't know. Anything for coverage so that you're not walled by the Greninja. But yeah, that could have been like really, really rough for him to come back from. Or Lucas would have at least lost a couple Mons. Oh, he withdrew the Necrozma. That's interesting. Had 19 health. And he brought him Lucario. Huh. Yeah, so here we still have that little bit of recurring weaknesses that we had in the beginning. It's this fire type. Moltres just kind of deals with them pretty easily. So... oh yeah, that did a shit ton of damage. But yeah, Manectric can just Volt Switch now. I mean, look at the chip damage she's doing. This Rotom Wash though, John's been using the Rotom Wash really well in the last 2 games that he's had it. Really impressed by it. I'm surprised Lucas just wasted the Moltres there. That was weird. You have Mew, who's just perfectly capable of absorbing that. And he wastes Nidoking too for rocks? You're wasting your differential, boy. Sends a Mew, gets Mew for free. Dragon Dance Mew. Yeah. And then Mew can just run all the coverage in the world to cover your team. This is why Mew is so good, and this is why Mew is such a high point tier in this draft. You can specifically build it to any single match that you have. Expert belt, that's why I was KOing. So I want to say that John really used the Rotom Wash well. I think he seems to be very comfortable with Rotom Wash. So if he does join another draft, I hope to see him draft that. And as for Lucas, I mean, he's prepping really well for games. I mean, this Dragon Dance Mew here just able to deal with 3/4 of his team with Fire Punch, Knockoff, and then maybe a Psychic move. I'm not sure what the last move was. But yeah, just a phenomenal Mew build, and the Greninja just coming in so consistently strong for his team, able to pick up those kills and revenge kill just perfectly right. And for the second to last game, the 7th game, we have Showtime 303 Shoghi versus Fallen Warrior 1992 Jarrod. So this match, I'll say right off the bat, this was a DQ match, unfortunately. Trust me, I hate giving these out. I hate giving them out as much as the person who is getting the DQ hates it. The reason that I don't like giving them out is because, I mean, obviously I gotta do a lot more manual stuff for the doc, but at the same time, it's like, I feel bad, right? I'm the type of person that I am. I don't like to do that to people because, I like to forgive people for those mistakes. But at the same time, it's like, we can't have the mistakes always occurring, right? So, you gotta set some boundaries, of course. But all in all, this was a really great game from what I remember in watching it. So. Sends out Savali Dragon, sorry. Just the color looks the same. But Savali, I mean, he's been using Savali a lot, actually, or a fair bit. I mean, Savali's good. It's good in draft, and the thing is it didn't cost too much, considering you're getting every single type. You're getting Parting Shot, you're getting U-Turn, you're getting Defog, you're getting a base 95, all around the board Pokemon. So, but yeah, so Jarrod's sending out Porygon here. My bad, I didn't do the leads here, but I think the Savali is a good lead. Porygon was a good lead, considering I can't remember the build on this Porygon, but just Ice Beam is so good against Shoghi. I mean, we got 1, 2, 3, now 4 Mons weak to Ice Beam here, so I mean, he can easily just click Ice Beam. So, and this looks to be the analytic Porygon, so that's why it's doing so much damage. Yeah, so he's just gonna be smacking people with his Ice Beam. Ooh, Hidden Power Ground. Okay, that's what the other move was. That's with a minus special attack. So if he didn't have that minus special attack, like if Shoghi had U-turn, that would have been really close to KOing the Mawile. So close. Okay, so in this situation here, when you realize that Porygon is really good against your opponent, because A, of its bulk, and B, because you have Ice Beam and Hidden Power Ground, which covers his team perfectly, right? Ice Beam, Ice Beam, Ice Beam, Hidden Power Ground, Ice Beam, Hidden Power Ground, Hidden Power Ground. In that situation, you just switch into Volcarona. I think the Porygon was way more useful than this Volcarona, in my opinion. And that way you could fish for a burn on this Mawile. Let's say you got the burn, that Mawile is done. You just Flamethrower, Mystical Fire, Fiery Dance, whatever you have, it's done, right? That way you don't waste your Porygon 2 here, which I think is really, really good in this match. Sends out Swampert. Okay. Swampert cleans it up. So really interesting that Shoghi just, sent out Mawile, just like raw dog sent it out, just started mashing that play rough button. Just from, I guess, what I've seen on Mawile, and I guess the way that I played is like I usually hold Mawile a lot longer, but I guess Shoghi recognized that Mawile is not really a win con for this match. Had a lot of chip on it, and he's probably going to rely on, these 3 mons that he has relied on before. So ooh. The Scarf Swampert outspeeding the Silvally, but Silvally being so bulky, it survives the Ice Beam. Unfortunate. But now Jarrod has also revealed that his Swampert is fast. If that's a more than 240 speed Silvally, that would immediately tell Hasin that that's scarfed. So he gets a freeze. That sucks. That freeze really sucked. Because, okay, we didn't pause there? Okay, so he gets the freeze right here. And the reason that sucks is because the Silvally was probably going to, well, I mean, he might have thought he was faster. So, I don't know if he had, oh, yes, we did talk about this. I think he told me he had Grass Pledge on this. I believe that would KO the Swampert. I don't know what his EVs are, so I mean that could change, but Silvally. Timid. Grass Pledge. Hello, not Whistle. No, doesn't KO. But it would have taken a lot of chip off this Swampert, which is looking to be a problem for his team right now, especially if it's scarfed. Well, it is scarfed. So if Hasin was calcing and he knew Grass Pledge didn't kill, probably just Parting Shot, and yeah, we get in the Thundurus here, and it would for sure force the Swampert out. But right now he's probably just trying to force the Swampert out, which he does. Wow, really great prediction there by Shoghi. A little bit risky, but that's okay. Yeah, I mean he's basically kind of got rid of Infernape. I mean Infernape kind of doesn't do too well here. I mean it could do some damage to the Thundurus, but it gets outsped by Cinderace and Dracozolt, but in the sand, and then it's basically completely walled by Hippowdon. So goes Cinderace. Yeah, so this is why the reason the match was DQ is because we allow Cinderace, but we don't allow Libero Cinderace. So when the draft is over though, guys, we're gonna go into the tier list together. We're gonna talk about some changes. Then I'm gonna go over it with some people that I trust, how we feel about those changes, and what's good for the balancing of the tier list. So we can talk about those things after the draft for sure. Cinderace is in. Forced out by the Swampert again. Swampert just goes for a Surf. So right there, I might have just Ice Beamed. I think if it was me, I probably would have just Ice Beamed there. I'd have been like, there's no shot he's leaving Cinderace in against my Swampert. Just because Cinderace won't be able to kill Swampert, and Swampert won't be able to kill it, and then he also has to switch into Volcarona. So yeah, I probably would have just Ice Beam there, and then this probably would have almost KO'd the Thundurus. But now he's got to switch. Yeah, that's okay. Bellossom. Okay, this was the Pokemon that I was talking about that people sleep on. This thing is fucking ridiculous to fucking get rid of. It's got Strength Sap, Quiver Dance, and then it's got Moonblast, Sludge Bomb, Giga Drain, coverage, and then of course the hidden power from this draft. So Shoghi forced to switch the Thundurus out since it's gonna not do very much to the Bellossom, especially if he doesn't have Sludge Bomb. That's another issue. This Bellossom just goes crazy. So Quiver Dance up, that's fine. Hopefully this Hippowdon has Toxic. Okay. It might not have Toxic, or he's just trying to get the sand out. This has got to have Sludge Bomb. But he's at +2 on everything now. At this rate, like... I think I talked to... I talked to Jarrod at the end of this game after. This was game right here. And the reason that this was game is because... the hidden power was super effective, which showed that he didn't have Sludge Bomb. Sludge Bomb wouldn't have done anything really anyways. But the reason that this is game is because there was an Oka Berry on this, so for Cinderace. So basically all he needs to do right here is Giga Drain or Moonblast. And being at +2, it doesn't matter what hits him. The Oka Berry was also for a Flamethrower on Dracozolt, just in case it was running that. But yeah, this is 100% game right here. He sends in Cinderace, okay. Cinderace goes for the Power Ball, right? Power Ball will not kill. The EVs that were in Bellossom, it would not kill, and we had Oka Berry anyway, so it's 50%. You get the Strength Sap off, it lowers its attack, heals you fully, and then you can either just Giga Drain Strength Sap the Cinderace to force it out, and then force another kill or force another Pokemon to take a lot of chip damage, right? But he weirdly switches out Bellossom. The reason for that was, when we talked about it, is he doesn't calc, so he didn't know that this would be okay, but he should have known he had an Oka Berry on his Bellossom. Nothing was gonna kill that, especially at +2 and the EVs that were in it. So he unfortunately switches out anyways. And the Cinderace comes in, misses the Sucker Punch from the switch. Swampert, yep, takes a lot of Sucker Punch damage because Libero, and then he also doesn't get the Oko on the Cinderace. So that was a really big turning point for Jarrod in this match. Yeah. And now Shoghi can just click Outrage. Jarrod doesn't have any fairy types. He's got 2 turns left in Sand. 1 turn now. Yeah. Plus, or, yeah. Sand Rush, Outrage. Scary. That was a good play by Jarrod though, using the substitute to wait out that Outrage and maybe get another... Probably would have set up, is what I would have done, but... Last ditch effort here. Yeah, Toxic on Hippowdon. Oh, and Roar. Shoghi came very prepared. The Roar and the Toxic, the reason that I say that's very prepared is because Jarrod's team is a heavy setup team. So, for example, if Hippowdon's in front of a setup mon, he can Toxic it. If the mon is already set up and Hippowdon is being sent in late, he can phase it out with Roar. So, Yeah, now he just cleans up with the Draco's ult here. So a really great game. It's unfortunate that Shoghi had Libero on it by accident. I do want to mention this was not on purpose, so yeah, good game though. In the last match we have Steven, Zandora, and we have PKS Itchy Eyes Scotty. Turns out Suicune first. So Steven's been using this Jarrod really well, I want to say. Either people aren't bringing bug moves, or he's just using it that good. Jarrod has great stats and he's got great coverage, so it's a good Pokemon if the opponent's not bringing bug stuff. And they're not bringing bug stuff. So I mean, this Jarrod just, you know, it can kind of do what it wants, right? So Scotty gets the Toxic off on Jarrod. He already mitigates it. Yeah, so he gets the Toxic on the Jarrod off the Sludge Bomb, which kind of sucks. But Scotty made a great prediction there that the Suicune was going to switch out on the Giga Drain. Went for Sludge Bomb, got the Jarrod. Now the Zarude's kind of like, you know, it's kind of toast now. I mean, if he has jungle healing, different story. U turns out. Some Talonflame, Swords Dance. Yeah. Yeah, so he's forced to switch out because of the foul play there. Steelix comes in, probably set up some rocks for Steven. No, goes into Garchomp. So one thing I want to mention is Scotty actually didn't lead the Slurpuff this match, and I think that really helped him in this match. At the beginning, anyways, it just wasn't predictable. He got a prediction off on the Amoonguss, and now he can use Slurpuff kind of in the middle of the game on a good switch, right? So. Yeah, so now he's got Slurpuff at good health. He got the belly drum off. Oh yeah, this is gonna go crazy. I'm surprised that didn't kill him, man. I'm curious, Steven, if you watch this, was this a defense invested Steelix, or did that just outright survive a max attack Drain Punch? That's fucking wild. So he should be able to come in with Talonflame after and just Gale Wings Brave Bird. We'll see what he does though. Yeah. It's too bad because if that had actually killed, this would have been a really hard match, because I don't think Brave Bird would have KO'd the Slurpuff. So Talonflame comes in, he uses Facade, which is really good. The thing that's weird here though is the Talonflame didn't go first. Oh, because he had Flame Body. Wow, he gets a burn. Oh my gosh. What is it? Why are... Oh, he used Facade. Why do you use Facade first? Am I missing something? Oh yeah, Drain Punch does doo-doo. That's why. So he gets the Brave Bird off, but he loses Talonflame basically in the process. And I do think this is bad because the Talonflame was there, especially with Flame Body. that Talonflame was going to be able to wall this Scizor, and it's going to be able to deal with this Moongus. Now, if this goes down, this is a lot of trouble for him because this Scizor is kind of opened up. I mean, he has Suicune, but at the same time, Scizor can just kind of, you know, dance around with U-turn, right? God dang Suicune. Love the Pokemon, hate playing against it. So I'm curious if Steven thinks he's gonna make the same play this time. And if Scotty thinks that Steven thinks that he's gonna go for the same play. I expect Giga Drain here. So sadly, he gets the burn, but then Scotty gets the crit right back. So this Suicune is probably gonna have to switch out now. Oh, he's gonna protect. He's gonna see what Scotty kind of wanted to do. Ooh, I like how Scotty didn't reveal that right away. I really like that, because you could fake that this is an Assault Vest set too, right? Really like that. A really great play by Steven to just protect there, but a really neat play for him to try and Spore there. That would have been really devastating, because let's say he decided to go into Garchomp instead, right? Or Lele. I think he can just stay in Amoonguss here. Yeah, you can just go for Giga Drain again. Oh, but since the Rude died, he won't be able to. So this Rocky Helmet, really great bring by Scotty. Being able to deal with Zarude. You know, because Steven's been making Zarude like his A tier mon every single one of his matches. So Scotty obviously aware of that, brought Rocky Helmet on the Amoonguss. I don't think we knew about Rocky Helmet before that either. No. Oh. Oh, this Calm Mind Lele might be game. Yeah, especially if it's got Shadow Ball. Oh. Ooh. He gets Charizard in on a really great swap there. Wow. Oh, he's playing around so well. Rocks weren't up, and now he gets Charizard in. Solar Beam, here we come. I probably just switch in Talonflame, sack it. No, he needs Talonflame. He needs the Brave Bird for this Amoonguss. I guess he can sack it, yeah, because he's got. Surprised we went for Earthquake there. Yeah. Very surprised about that Garchomp play. Very surprised he switched. Oh, he gets the Spore off, and he survives with 1% on the burn. Holy shit. Wow, that did a lot. Holy shit. Oh. If he didn't get the crit there, I think this would have been a different outcome, and if he woke up. Yeah, Jirachi just going crazy now. I mean, I've been in this situation before. Obviously, it's not Corviknight, which is what I had, Suicune Corviknight, and I got stalled to death. Literally, I couldn't do anything. But he does have 100% Charizard, so I mean, he's got Solar Beam, and he's got Giga Drain Spore here, so he's definitely got enough to deal with a Suicune and Garchomp. Just Flamethrower at the end here. Really great game by both these guys, but really well used Charizard by Scotty, and I think him leading Amoonguss was the deal breaker here. I mean, he got a Sludge Bomb read on the Jarrod, got Giga Drain on Suicune. He just started off really well, and Steven had a hard time picking the game up from that point. So, but overall, really great games this week. I'm looking forward to week 7 games and looking over those guys. So yeah, we'll see you guys on the next one.